Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. This story will move you, surprise you, and might even change how you feel about both Tyla and Chris Brown. So stick around, you'll want to see this to the very end. There are moments in music history that aren't about charts, awards, or record deals. They're about human connection, pain, healing, and growth. And today's story is one of those rare, powerful moments. Tyla, the rising South African superstar whose music has taken the world by storm, recently opened up about an incredibly emotional encounter. An apology, a message from someone whose name has long sparked both admiration and controversy, Chris Brown. But what makes this moment unforgettable is not just what Chris said, but how Tyla responded. Stay with us, because what you're about to hear isn't just gossip, it's a story of humility, vulnerability, and the unexpected power of forgiveness. It began quietly, in the background of all the noise, the shows, the interviews, the collabs. Chris Brown sent a private message. Not for PR, not for attention, but something real. He apologized. Now, the music world has seen its share of apologies. Some scripted, some performative, but insiders close to the scene say this one felt different. It wasn't just about words, it was about regret, accountability, and even admiration for Tyla's strength and success. But why her? Why now? Chris had been following Tyla's rise. He reportedly admired not only her sound but her spirit, how she handled pressure, how she carried herself with grace, especially in an industry where young black women often face harsh judgment and endless comparisons. This message, though, went deeper. He acknowledged not just past misunderstandings but a desire to learn and grow. And then came the emotional twist. When Tyla received the message, she didn't post it. She didn't screenshot it for clout. Instead, she took a moment. Sources close to her say she was moved to tears. Not out of weakness, but from a deep sense of relief and release. In her own words, shared in a recent live Q&A with fans, she said, "Greater than, it's not about forgetting the past, but sometimes, hearing someone say, 'I see you. I was wrong. I'm learning.' That's powerful. And I felt it. I really felt it." This wasn't just a response. It was a moment. Tyla didn't absolve Chris of his past. She didn't pretend everything was suddenly perfect. But she acknowledged the effort, the growth, and she expressed something many of us struggle with: compassion without compromise. And right here is where the story gets even more personal. As fans, we often get caught up in headlines, in stan culture, in arguments over who's better, more talented, more worthy of forgiveness. But Tyla reminded us that behind every artist is a human being. And she used this moment not to create drama, but to build a bridge. Since the story broke, fans around the world have flooded social media with messages of support, healing, and their own stories of reconciliation. Some say they were inspired to forgive someone in their own life. Others say they finally saw Chris as more than just his past, and Tyla as more than just her rising fame. This is bigger than music. It's about breaking cycles, about courage, about maturity, and if you've been watching this far, you're probably starting to feel what Tyla felt. That lump in your throat. That sense of something deeper happening beneath the surface. So where do we go from here? There are rumors, whispers, really, about a possible future collaboration. Maybe not soon, maybe not ever, but the idea is floating. And whether it happens or not, it's clear these two artists have reached a new level of respect. And maybe that's the real win. Not a song, not a chart topper, but peace. And in a world constantly at odds, peace, especially between two major figures in music, is rare and precious. This wasn't the video you expected, was it? It's not just celebrity news. It's a mirror, a challenge for each of us to ask, who do I need to hear from? Who do I need to forgive? If this story moved you, like, comment, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want more real stories like this one, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join the community that believes in second chances, real growth, and the power of a heartfelt message. Because sometimes, the story behind the story is the one that matters most.